Hello friends, welcome to this new tutorial. Today we have here this iPhone 6 and the problem on it is the charging port. So I will show you how to fix the charging port or how to replace the charging port. So as you see, when I plug it in charge, it doesn't do anything. So what I did, I already cleaned the charging port with the toothbrush and the alcohol. I cleaned it very well. This is the first step you can do, and the second one, you can put something sharp inside the charging port and like scrub like this. Make sure don't damage the pins. There are like some pins inside, and when you like scrubbing with this, you may like damage them. They are like 8 pins. And after that you do a cleaning here, because sometimes just like the dirt is inside, that's what makes bad connection between the charger and the charging ports. So if these two solutions, the cleaning with the toothbrush and the tweezers and alcohol, doesn't work, you need to replace the part inside. So to replace the part inside, first we will need an iPhone 6 charging port. So I have one. And you will need a Phillips screwdriver, a pentalobe screwdriver, and an sesame. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we need to open these two screws here in the bottom. And make sure you organize the screws and keep track of them. And after I remove these two screws, I will use the sesame. I will insert it here between. You see where the headphone jack is? I will insert it here in this part and lift up like this, gently, and like this. And after that, we're gonna open the screen all the way like this. So we get, first thing, we're gonna disconnect the battery. The battery connection is underneath this bracket. So I remove these two screws. By the way, this method will work for all iPhone 6, 6s, and 6 Plus and 6s Plus. So it's all the same. Also, it's the same for the iPhone. They call it for the iPhone 7 and 8, but with some differences. So I disconnect the battery. Now I will remove the screen from here. So we have this bracket, 5 screws, so we can disconnect the screen cables, and always keep these screws organized also. I remove this bracket and I put it next to the screws. As you see, the screws are organized here. So I will use my nail and disconnect all these cables. So the screen is safe. We're going to put it aside. Now we will remove the headphone jack, the charging ports. So let's disconnect this cable from here. And we will remove the vibrator also. And I will use these tweezers and I will disconnect this cable from here. Sometimes you can connect, while the screen is connected, you can connect the charging ports. This is the new charging port. You can connect it just right here, and while the screen is connected, and you plug the charger and see if it's charging. Please do that just before we continue removing the charging port, okay? I'm gonna connect the screen one more time. So I will connect the battery now. Sorry, this step need to be done first, but I'm just like trying to save you some time in case this part is not working. At least you know. So I connect the charger and the phone turns on. Let's wait a little bit until it's completely on. Since the phone turns on like this, that means there is like a power going from the charging port to the phone. So let me put the password 625778. Okay, so as you see, when I connect the charging port, it still doesn't show it's charging here. Okay, I will disconnect it and I will try another charger. Let me disconnect the battery and disconnect this charging port. I will try another piece. Alright, I have this one here. Okay, it's connected very good. So now I will turn the phone on, since it still have some juice on it. This is the signs of water damage. It could be the water damage too that mess up the charging port on the motherboard, not on this part here. Okay, so now the phone is on. I will plug it in charge. No. Flip the charger. Still no. Okay, let me try another cord. I have this one. It's not charging. It's not charging, which means there is like something wrong on the motherboard, because it's not gonna make sense that these two cables are not working and they are new. So in this case, I will disconnect the battery, disconnect the screen, and disconnect this cable also, and I will inspect this part here and see if there is like something wrong there. What I'm gonna do, I will use the toothbrush and the alcohol, and I will clean it very well. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, I will reconnect the old charger and connect the screen. Okay, let's try now. Okay, the phone turns on. Since the phone turns on with the charger, that means the charging port and the cable is working. But for some reason it doesn't show here that it's charging. Alright, as you see, it's 75%. No. No. No, I think there is like something else wrong with this phone, because this phone was water damaged before. I think that's why. As you see here, the signs of water damage. So maybe something is damaged inside the motherboard. Alright, so let me figure it out and then we'll come back to you. So what I did, I put a battery on top of this, of the old battery here. I put this one on top of it and I connect it here, and it looks like it's charging, as you see. But I'm not sure, after the phone turns on, I'm not sure if it's gonna show the charging sign here or not. So I will wait until this battery gets some juice on it. Alright guys, as you see, the battery is charging with the new, the phone is charging with the new battery. So the problem was so I disconnected. So now I will reconnect. This is weird. Okay, let me open it. Okay, so let me try the new charger. New charging port. So even the new battery and the new charging port doesn't help. It was charging, but once I disconnect the charger, everything stops. I also disconnect this. This is the front-facing camera cable. I just disconnected. So now I'm gonna disconnect the home button cable, and they will try one more time. Let's try here. Okay, once I plug it, it turns on. That's really weird. As you see here, it's not charging. No charging sign. Also, these cables are disconnected here just to avoid like any kind of damage or shorts. Any kind of damage or shortage on the motherboard that may be caused by these two cables here. So it's not. So what I'm gonna do now, I will disconnect the battery, disconnect the LCD, and I will connect a new LCD screen. I have this one. I think this is bad. Let me try it. I'm connecting this cable here. Okay, it's connected. So let's plug it in charge. Nothing. Disconnect the battery, reconnect it, and plug it in charge one more time. It looks like this is a bad LCD. That's why it doesn't show anything. Okay, I will get another screen now. Alright, so I connect the new screen and I'm waiting for the phone to turn on. As you see, always when I plug the charging, the USB cable here, it turns on, which means the power is going to the motherboard. Okay, there is nothing here. Okay, so the other option, it may be a software problem. What I'm gonna do, I will go to the settings and go to general, from general to reset, and from reset I will select this option here, the first one, reset all settings. Okay, and I need to put the password. And here it says this will reset all settings and your Apple Pay cards will be removed. No data or media will be deleted. Reset all settings. Reset all settings. Because I have no other option. They will wait for the phone to reset and turn back on. Okay, the phone turns off and turns back on.
I'm working on an iPhone 6.
Alright, so the phone turns on now. So we're gonna plug it in charge. Change the cord. Okay, it's not charging either. Disconnect the battery, remove the screen since the problem is not on the screen. Put this little piece here. This is the vibrator. You just connect the charging ports. Okay, I connect the screen. Now we're gonna test it one more time after this reset. It looks like it's not working, but we will have to go through all the possible fixes. As you see, we replaced 2 charging ports, we replaced the battery, we replaced the screen, we put a new screen on it. New screen is here, and also we do the reset, and still no solution. I mean no fix. Alright, as you see, after the reset, the phone is still not charging. I will put the battery percentage so I can see if the battery is going up, if I leave it in charge or not. Turn the battery percentage and go back. So the battery is 65%. So we leave it in charge like this for a couple minutes and we'll wait. Okay, let's see now. It's after 5 minutes. After 4 minutes it was 65 here, and now it's 64. It's going down. Okay, let's test now. Okay, as you see here, it was 65, now it's 67, and this is after, like, I think 1 hour, which means this is not fixable. We need to do the micro soldering on this phone. So let me disconnect the battery, disconnect the screen. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I will remove the charging port from here and make sure there is no touching, it's not touched to the frame, and hopefully this solved the problem. If not, we have to go to the micro soldering. Alright, let me remove this charging port from here. We have 4 screws here in the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we have here 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I will remove all the screws from here to remove the charging ports. So take the screws off and make sure you keep track of them So you know which screw and where is supposed to be, where it's supposed to go. I will disconnect this one, the antenna. We have here 6 screws, 1 2 1 2 1 2, and these screws, they are different, so make sure you organize them. Now I will pull this out from here. I don't see any shortage or any kind of, I was like thinking maybe there is like short somewhere here which is touching on the frame. It's not. So what I'm gonna do, I will put this new charging port. I'm removing the plastic which is covering the adhesive. We have this little plastic covering the microphone. And make sure this is here exactly in this hole. So now I will put the headphone the loudspeaker. Screws back. So now I will connect this antenna. By the way, sometimes when you replace the charging port, you may lose the signal on the phone because you need to put an original charging port. Okay, I connect charging port. We still have 2 screws here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I will just put the screen and connect the battery and test the phone again. Turns on. Is 69 and it's not charging, so this is a micro soldering problem. So what I'm gonna do, I will just finish this repair, put this bracket, and for the micro soldering problem, I may I'm not sure if I can do it soon, but this is a customer phone. I don't want to mess with it until I get the permission from him. So if I get the permission, I will solder. I will do the micro soldering on the chip, the IC chip, which is responsible for the charge, and they may make a video about it. If not, I may have another device later on to to make a video about it. Et voila. So now we're gonna close the phone and we will wait until the customer comes to pick up his phone, and we will see if he can leave it here for more time to do the micro soldering. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and as you see, we replace all the parts that may be possibly missing with this charging port. We replace the charging port, it doesn't solve the problem. We replace the battery, it doesn't solve the problem. And we go ahead and we replace also the screen, even if it has nothing to do with the charging port, but because this one is water damaged, maybe sometimes some pins here, they got shorted and they make the problem on the phone. And none of these solutions solve the problem, but this is the way how to solve the what they call it, the charging port problem. You just need to replace the charging port, clean it from here first, and do all the steps that you see in this video. Sorry that this doesn't work for me, but anyway, I'm just gonna post this, I'm gonna upload this video. Maybe it will help someone. One of these steps helps someone to solve his issue. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.